Hello, everyone. Now, this video is going on my Patreon. Hello. To my Patreon members, this video is dedicated to you guys. Ooh. If you're catching it live, great. If you're not, that's okay too. Okay. So I'm excited to do today's video. And the reason is because y'all not gonna like what I have to say. Y'all know I be going in on these men, but I'm about to go in on us first day. Us. Okay. That includes myself in this conversation because I've been in a situationship. And they suck. So I have graduated. You want to know how? You want to know how I've graduated from situationships? You hear that? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I graduated. So if you're trying to graduate, join me. I like to throw a ceremony. You get a gift. Yeah. It's called the magic wand. So join the graduation because I'm not exempt from this conversation. I'm really not. I'm not exempt. So if you want to join the graduation, you get a magic wand. That is like a little a party favor, and you have a good old time. That's how you avoid these situationships. Now, before I get into why you want to avoid these situationships, let's go ahead and get into my intro. Somebody said, "Oh my gosh." Oh, shoot. Y'all have no idea. I got something in store for y'all today. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I fixed my intro, so let me find it. Okay, here it is.
Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Alrighty. After the live, I will be putting my Amazon link in the description box so you can have access to this lovely party favor. Because after this live, you should be graduated with this. Okay, it's a little party favor. You can take it home. Okay. I may do a review towards the end of this. But anyway, the reason why I want to talk about situationships isn't because the goal was to get in a relationship or to get in a monogamous relationship. It is to eliminate heartbreaks. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but situationships are the absolute worst type of heartbreaks. And the reason is because it feels like you're in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship. But you have all of the emotions of a relationship, but you're not in a relationship. And so not only do you have the feels and you have the burdens of a heartbreak from a relationship, you have to deal with the fact that you weren't in a relationship. So you also have the emotions of not being in a relationship. So you have the what ifs, right? And you have the what could have been or what could be, but what is not, right? And so you have to deal with the emotions of feeling like you're in a relationship, and then you also have to deal with the emotions of not actually being in one. And this is why situationships are the worst. So the reason why I'm making this video isn't because I feel like Carisha is trying to get married, or she's trying to get in a relationship with P. Diddy, or she's trying to catch feelings. See, that's the thing, is when you get into a situation, right? You didn't plan to get in a situationship. So I feel like it's misleading when people were already jumping in the comment section, or we're saying, well, she's not trying to get married. A lot of people that get in situationships were not trying to marry this person. They weren't trying to wife this person. They weren't trying to marry this person. Whenever you get into situationships, you just find yourself in one. It's never planned. That is why they are situationships, and that is why they suck the most. So I just had to get that off my chest. Girl, we gonna get into how she catching feelings for Diddy. I'm gonna tell you what your mama should have told you. I'm gonna tell you what I wish my mama would have told me. Somebody. I mean, dang, because they don't prepare you for this type of stuff. You know, they don't. So we're gonna talk about, and also, I need to put this out here. I think Young Miami is an amazing mom. I think she has a funny personality. I actually like her as a person. You know, out of a lot of the female rappers, she seems cool. Now, does she always make the right decisions or choices that I would make in life? No, but I still like her as a person. I don't expect for people to be perfect. And I also leave room for them to grow. I leave room for them to go through their spiritual lessons, just like I go through mine. So when I give this commentary, this also goes for me. Like, I'm not telling you to do something or listen to me, and then I'm out here doing the complete opposite. Situationships are the worst. The reason why I'm making this video is because of heartbreaks, and a lot of us have dealt with them, and we've dealt with them in silence because we really weren't in a relationship, so no one can really relate. But I'm going to be making this video. She's definitely a hustler. I like that about her too. She's about her bag. I like that about her. And she take care of her kids. I mean, she do take care of them kids now. Okay. Can you link your Patreon? My Patreon is always in my my bios or my description boxes. My Patreon link is always in the description box. So, okay, let me pull this video up. Now, before I can give my commentary on anything, I have to give you history. I have to give you the history of P. Diddy. So we have to go back before we can go forward. Y'all know how I am with receipts. So let me go ahead and play this slideshow real quick so you guys can get up to date on P. Diddy and how he treats women, how he's dealt with women in the past. Because a lot of y'all are young. Young Miami is 28, so she's young too. You know, and she's old enough, but she's still young, you know. So maybe she don't know. She's dealing with a 52-year-old man. And, you know, one thing that I've learned about older men, and this is why I'm making this video, I'm really making the video for younger women, because a lot of these men, they take advantage of you because you're naive. It's not because they want to take you serious or they really see you in a high light or anything. It's really just so they can take advantage of you. So I'm making this video to put you up on game so that you can go toe-to-toe with a man that is very well seasoned. Okay, he's a lover boy, but he's a player and he's very good at what he does. Okay, and that's why, like, when it comes to Young Miami, it's like, girl, you going up against a well seasoned man. I'm talking about we're not talking about medium well. We're talking about well done with extra seasoning type of man. You know, so let's get into it.
Bad boy curse. The fact that many people associate. We know what many people call the bad boy curse. The fact that many people associated with him are now either dead, broke, or have suffered various hardships. And he seems to come off scot-free. So let's take a look at Puffy's relationship with Kim Porter. Ever since her untimely passing in 2018, Diddy has alluded to Kim being the one who got away, the love of his life. No, it wasn't J-Lo. He raised her son Quincy as his own, who she had from a previous relationship with Al B. Shaw. And Kim and Diddy went on to have 3 kids together. They began dating in 1994 and had their first child, Christian, in 98. So Kim and Diddy met while Diddy was working at Uptown Records. He said he saw her in the studio one day with Al B. Shaw, but he didn't make a move for obvious reasons. They ended up dating in 93, and they welcomed their son Christian in 98. After the birth of her son, this is when cracks within the relationship began to show. Their son was barely a year old when Diddy decided to leave Kim for J-Lo. Of course, this left Kim feeling humiliated, especially as Puffy and J-Lo became a very high-profile couple. They were constantly in the equivalent of blogs back in those days, in the newspapers and magazines, and basically they were flaunting their love in her face. Speaking of the betrayal, Kim said, "Everywhere I went, people were asking, 'Are you okay?' I just hated that. People just believed everything they saw in print, and they were talking to me like I was really crushed. But I had a baby. I couldn't be somewhere in the corner heartbroken. I have kids. I'm a grown woman." Kim and Diddy were still living together when he began his relationship with J-Lo. He basically met J-Lo and decided that he wanted to move on to something else. Now, I believe Puffy and J-Lo met on the set of one of her music videos. They did that dance, that salsa routine together, and apparently that's when they fell for each other. So during this time that Puffy and J-Lo were working together on the music video, he was living with Kim. Of course, Kim was devastated, and she ended up kicking him out of the house. Even though it was technically his house, she changed the locks and made sure that he wasn't able to come back in. She was done. I told him someone's got to go, and it isn't going to be me and these kids. It was like my life was not my own. He was very, very intrusive. Now, they weren't married, but they even went to family court so that Kim could set some boundaries with him and set up visitations with the kids. He would say he needed to see his son, but I was at a place where just the sight of him would turn my stomach. My feeling was, you made this decision, now stay over there. I can't repeat everything I said at the time because it's not very ladylike, but I was very expressive about it. It's no secret that dating Puffy helped J-Lo break into the hip hop and R&B world.
Puffy did one song on the album called Feeling So Good. He's an amazing producer and really has his ear to the streets, and I just knew that he would definitely give me a single. So brought out the more hip hop side of what you wanted to do. Yeah, definitely had more of the kind of hip hoppy R&B edge to it.
And he certainly bent over backwards to help her career in a way that he never helped Cassie, who he was with for years too, and he was also a singer. He just got caught up in the hype, and my man is Mr. Hype. That relationship wasn't real. The world saw the bright lights and the camera, but I knew what was really going on. He was still in love with me. Kim said that while he was with J-Lo, he would be calling her all the time, multiple times a day, trying to win her back. That's what she said. In response, J-Lo told Hollywood.com, "I'm not going to go there. Look, she knows what went on. I know what went on." And that is where we have to leave it. I'm not going to discuss any of the details of that intimate relationship that I had with the public. It's just not necessary. And after almost going to prison, almost ruining his and J-Lo's careers for good, the two of them ended up splitting after an incident in 2001 where both of them were involved in a nightclub shooting, which Shine ended up spending 9 years in prison for. I did a video on that. Check it out. Shine is just one of many people who took the fall for Diddy, but thankfully Shine is doing very well now, and he's a politician. After Puffy and J-Lo split up, Puffy ended up changing his name to Diddy to try and distance himself from all the drama. Soon after they split up, J-Lo ended up marrying Chris Judd, a dancer.
I feel for Puffy a little bit. I mean, it ain't nobody want to kick the guy when he's down. I mean, anytime that the woman of your dreams that you love dumps you for the dancer, hey, give a guy a break. Don't give it up for Puffy. He's going through a hard time.
Kim did end up taking Diddy back. In 2003, the two of them reunited. In 2006, They welcomed their twin daughters to the world. During the years Kim and Diddy were together, many questioned when they would finally get married, but Diddy made it clear in interviews that he wasn't ready for marriage. Speaking of his reluctance to get married, Diddy said, "I know she deserves to..."
Okay, I'm gonna stop her right there. Shout out to Renee Nostalgic. You guys should subscribe to her channel if you like her commentary and her what is it called? Oh my gosh. What is it called? Her reporting. She likes to do a lot of topics on I want to say like 90s, early 2000s. So if like you're into that type of stuff, you want to go back and, you know, reminisce over the 90s and early 2000s. That is a really good channel to look at. She's very, very, very detailed and she's very informative. And I like her narrations. So I wanted to add her into this video. But what I wanted to add so far is that a lot of you guys are saying that Diddy is narcissistic, right? And I'm not going to disagree with you on that. That's you using your discernment as you should. However, what is one thing that you know about narcissistic people? You think you're in control when dealing with them, but you're really not. You think you're in control when dealing with them, but you're really not. Okay, they control you. And that's the thing. My volume is low. I don't know why. Is this better? Is this better? I'm not trying to scream at y'all. Somebody said he's creepy. Okay, good. Okay. So one thing that I've learned about dealing with narcissists, you think you're in control. The only way you can actually gain control is by leaving them. Okay? You never gain control when you stay. You can only do it when you leave. So for you guys to use your discernment and say that he is narcissistic, which I'm not going to comment on whether he is or not. But if you're using your discernment, that's one thing you should always know about a narcissist is that they may make you believe you're in control, but you're not. And they're very manipulative. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Also, one more point that I want to make. I'm going to leave a link to her channel. I'll put it in the description box. Another comment I'm going to make is a lot of people are like, oh, Young Miami, she got into this for the money. Just like most women get into situationships just for sex and then they still catch feelings and then they get their heart broken. And I'm going to get into how she's catching feelings because this is what they do. So yeah, she got into it for the money, just like most women get into situationships for the sex and then like somehow your heart gets broken. How is that? You know, so I just wanted to throw that out there because we know this is not about money. Well, we can make it about money, but we know that it's not about marriage. It's not about a commitment or a relationship. This is about not getting your heart broken. And sometimes when it comes to situationships, you don't always plan on getting in a situationship, but you find yourself in one. And then you go through the heartbreak phase, which I told you earlier that when you experience heartbreak from a situationship, it's like the worst. And the reason is because you have to deal with the emotions of feeling like you were in a relationship. And then you also have to deal with the emotions of actually not being in a relationship. So you have these what ifs, what could have been, you're reminiscing on memories, and then you're mixing that with dreams and a fantasy. And so it makes the heartbreak worse. Okay. So that's why I'm making this video, you guys. All right. And this is how you know if you're in a situationship or not. It feels like a relationship, but it's not. Yes, you're playing yourself basically. And that's why, like, when it comes to the situation, you can't really hold men accountable. You can't because you signed up for it. See, everyone wants to talk about, oh, live your best life. That's great, right? Have fun. That's great. But you sign a waiver when you do that. And that waiver means you can't hold this man accountable like he in a relationship. You can't. You cannot, because he's not in one. He's single, you single, but y'all together, right? You can't hold him accountable. You sign a waiver. Okay? That's why when it comes to having fun, even when you get on a roller coaster, you done read the rules and the guidelines. Okay, basically, like if something happens, you can't really sue the park like that. You know, or if you got on a ride and you signed a waiver, whatever, you're signing away accountability that you can hold a man to. That's why this video really isn't about men, because Young Miami is a willing participant in this situation. So we can't really hold Diddy accountable. I mean, and I'm gonna get into why. However, with me saying that, that still does not prevent you from breaking your heart. And I have to say, breaking your heart, because you allowed him to. First of all, you gave him the room. You gave him the lack of accountability. And then also, you didn't leave when you knew it was getting, you know, just a little too serious. When you didn't sign up for that. You just came in for the money, or you just came in for the gifts, or you just came in for the shopping sprees, or you just came in for the status, or you just came in for the lifestyle, or you just came in just for the sex. You know, there's layers to situationships. They all don't look the same. Just because money's involved, that doesn't mean that it's not a situationship. It is. So let's continue. Let's continue.
To get married, but I'm just not ready. It's not a reflection on how much I love Kim. It's that I'm just learning how to be a good boyfriend. When I'm finished with this step, I'll move on to the next. A year after declaring that he just wasn't ready for marriage, the couple ended up splitting once again. Kim opened up in an interview with Essence magazine, revealing more about what she went through in her relationship with Diddy. In particular, while she was pregnant with the twins, she found out from one of her friends that Diddy had got another woman pregnant. It just seemed the major issues surrounding their relationship seemed to surface when Kim was pregnant or had just had a baby. So at the time, she's dealing with twins, which is no joke, and then finding that out from her friend of all people, rather than finding out from Diddy himself at least. And of course, that was the final straw. She said, "It's not an original script. He's not the first man who's cheated. He's not the first man who's had a baby outside of his relationship. He's not the originator of this. But at this point in my life, I have girls now. It's a different program." So basically, she did what she had to do for her kids to make sure that they grew up in a healthy environment. She said that he didn't admit to her what he had done until after the twins were born. He told me that he may have gotten himself into a situation and he may have fathered another child outside of the relationship. And I said, "Really?" "Well, I already knew. I'm glad you decided to be a man." I was like, "Dude, this is so whack. I can't even respect you right now. And for me, once the respect is gone, I'm not even listening to you." And that was it. After 13 years, the relationship finally ended in 2007. But the good news is that Kim and Diddy maintained a good co-parenting relationship right up until her death. He was a good provider, he was there for his kids, and he was in their lives. Now, he wasn't a very good boyfriend, but she always maintains that he was a good father. He has a close relationship with his kids till this day, and he's always taking care of his financial responsibilities. Kim said, "We're committed to our children, even if we couldn't commit to each other."
One of our favorite unmarried couples have now officially split up. Cassie's reps confirmed the news to lovebscott.com that she and P. Diddy are no longer together. And they revealed that Cassie has not been with P. Diddy for months now.
Okay, so I just want to add to the timeline because it may be missing for those that don't know the timeline. So Cassie and Diddy broke up first. Let me tell you how karma works, girl. Cassie and Diddy broke up first, and then months later, Kim Porter passed. And so this is where Diddy messed up, which she'll talk more about it. But he went on this. He was in his grieving. He was in the grieving stages. He was in the grieving process of losing the love of his life. He made that known when she passed, which means he also made that known to Cassie. So Cassie was in a long time toxic relationship. She was waiting on this man to marry her. And then when Kim Porter passed, he made it known who the love of his life was. So when this happened, Cassie was like, oh, I'm not going back. Because typically Cassie would break up with P. Diddy and then she would always go back. But this time she was like, I'm not going back. He just made it known that the love of his life just died. So what was I to him for 11 years? And then Kim Porter was with Diddy for 13 years. One thing that I've learned about P. Diddy, you don't stay long with this man. So this is another reason why I feel like Young Miami, y'all trying to make it seem like she know what she's doing. She has not done her homework. You don't stay long with this man. You stay for the summer. You stay for the fall. You stay for the winter. You stay for spring. But girl, you don't stay that long. Because all the women that he dealt with, they stayed long. Like extremely, extremely long. And he likes that. That's what he likes. And then he likes to have somebody that he really can confide in emotionally. And then he likes to have his little playthings on the side, male or female. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to stay with this man long. And Young Miami is having quote unquote fun. When you have quote unquote fun with a man like this, you in, you out, you quick with it. You don't stay. Because I'm not against having fun. Live your best life, sis, but don't be stupid. You get in and you get out. You don't stay long with a man like this because they get controlling, they get manipulative, they get possessive, and then they think they own you. And then when you try to leave, they try to hold you hostage. So no, you stay for the summer and then you out. You stay for the winter and then you out. You stay for spring. Young Miami has already been with him in secret for a year or so. They done created a bond. You never create a bond with a man that you having fun with. You never go public with a man that you just having fun with. And I'm going to get into why. You never do that. This is why this is going on Patreon, because I don't got time to be arguing with nobody in the comment section. Either you want this game or you don't. You never stay that long. You don't. Because as soon as you stay too long, you playing yourself. Like my little plaything that somebody caught me out with. I ain't with that man right now. That was last summer. We moving on to this summer. You don't stay long. You get in and you get out. You don't catch feelings. You move on with your life. Okay? Like, I'm here for a good time. I'm not here for a long time, though. You get what I'm saying? So, you get in, you get out.
This is quite sad because this is an end to an 11-year relationship. Yes, 11 years. Technically, they've only been public for 6 years, but I know they were dating long before that. Now, if you look at the timeline of Diddy and Cassie's relationship, you would see that Diddy started pursuing Cassie when she was still in a relationship with her producer, Ryan Leslie. This was back in 2007. However, P. Diddy did not care. He snatched away Ryan Leslie's girl, and he snatched away Ryan Leslie's career, and that was that. Since then, the couple have been on and off throughout the years. However, it's official that they're finally done. Now, I'm going to talk about what kind of led up to this breakup. Diddy was messing around with another woman named Gina Wynn. If you don't know, back in 2015, Diddy cheated on Cassie with Gina. And when Cassie found out that Diddy was parading Gina around during the NBA All-Star weekend, she was livid. In fact, she broke up with him. She wouldn't answer his calls, his texts, nothing. She even posted this meme on social media: "How I sleep knowing that I'm single and nobody cheating on me." And she wrote this in her caption, "Yes," with laughing, crying emojis. However, Cassie's breakup with Diddy did not last long because she did end up going back to him. That following year in 2016, Cassie attempted to break up with Diddy again. However, Diddy spazzed out on her and Cassie's mother had to call the cops on him because he didn't want her to leave. Allegedly. This was according to TMZ. This time, it seems as if Cassie is done for good because according to LoveBScott.com, Diddy was spotted again with Gina Wynn this year. So it seems as if Diddy had an ongoing relationship with Gina while he was still with Cassie. So
now, what did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? I said you don't stay long with this man. Now, I know y'all remember Gina. Gina been around. Gina was around when Cassie was around. Why Gina popping up when Young Miami is in the picture? Let me blow it up. Y'all know who Gina is. Y'all remember Gina. And listen, P. Diddy, he got a thing for like, he has a weird fetish for Asian women. I don't know what's up with that. I honestly think the man is bisexual, but he got a thing for Asian women. He got a thing for Asian women. It's very strange. So yeah, she already in a love triangle. And this is the same girl that he was cheating on Cassie with. And he's still with her till this day. Come on, y'all. Come on. She could have picked a better situation. Or she could have got in and then she could have got out. She's staying way too long because listen, this man, he got so many tricks up his sleeve.
And with Gina win this year. So it seems as if Diddy had an ongoing relationship with Gina while he was still with Cassie. So this might have triggered their breakup. Who knows? But what really sealed it for Cassie was when Diddy moved on to another woman. Diddy is currently dating a 26-year-old model named Jocelyn Chu. So apparently he's not bothered by this breakup at all because he found a new girlfriend that can replace Cassie. But I'm happy that Cassie is finally free. She realized that her self-worth is more important than being with a philandering, wealthy man.
How has fatherhood been since the passing of Kim Porter?
Okay. Now, before we dive into the interview, I had to give you the backstory. I had to give you some history. I had to give you details because I need you to understand why I have the opinion that I have. It's not that I don't believe that we as women can go out here and have fun, but there are rules, y'all. There are boundaries that you should have set with yourself because no one can inflict these boundaries on you but you. So the reason why I have these boundaries is because it's going to prevent you from experiencing a really, really bad heartbreak. Okay. Yanni loves y'all. I care about y'all. I care about your heart and your feelings. Now, these men, not so much. So please understand that when I'm making this video, I'm coming from a good place. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life, but I know how these men are. And I know how these older men are because I have a young face and a lot of these men try to run game on me. They tend to be older, but I'm like, listen, I may have a young face, but I'm not stupid. I may have a young face, but I'm wise beyond my years. And so I like to use that to my benefit. When you have a young face and you listen to the commentary that I give you the game on here, girl, they're going to put a lot past you. But that puts you up on game so that you can be safe with your heart, with your feelings, and with your physical body and your emotions. Because you don't want to get all tied up and twisted up in something like this. Now, Young Miami is an Aquarius. Aquarius women tend to be more detached than most women. Okay. But Carisha is already showing signs that she has a deeper emotion for this man. And I'm going to get into this interview, okay, and break it down for you guys. At the end of the day, this is your life. It's your choice. And if you are in a situationship and you're going through a heartbreak, the best thing that I could tell you is to heal, level up, move on with your life, and focus on you and what makes you happy, because situationships and situationship heartbreaks are the worst. And I've gone through them. So I know how they feel. They suck, y'all. They suck. Okay. It's almost like your heart is hurting so bad, but it's like you can't admit yourself to the hospital and get treated. There's no treatment. There's no cure. There's nothing. All you can do is feel that. And it hurts so bad. Like it sucks. Oh my gosh, it sucks. So I know how that feels. I don't want y'all to go through that. That pain is on another level, sis. And so I just know how it feels. I don't care. I'm pretty detached too. But like sometimes you get into a situationship with someone and you didn't plan on things going left. You didn't plan on catching feelings. Like maybe you were just there for the D. Maybe you were just there for the money, the shopping sprees, the trips, whatever the case may be. And then like they start love bombing you. That's what you didn't anticipate. They start love bombing you. They start giving you that eye contact. They start giving you bedroom eyes. And then all of a sudden you get caught up like, dang, I really like this man. And then you like, but I didn't plan on liking this person. Like it was just something that I got caught up in. So situationships are hard, but it's part of life, y'all. It is part of life. Them bedroom eyes, though, dangerous. So I'm gonna be giving you game that your mama should have gave you, but she didn't give you. Them bedroom eyes, get out. Get out. Okay? Like you seen the movie Get Out, and you seen that man and how he was with that white woman, and he was just in a daze. That's how you gonna be with them bedroom eyes, sis. Get out now. Okay, let's get into it. So let's get into this interview. I'm going to be breaking down this interview. First up on the list, they are trauma bonding. Okay, girl, trauma bonding. So he lost Kim Porter. She lost her baby daddy, her first baby daddy. So they are trauma bonding right now with grief. So let's get into it.
The fatherhood has been really, really real because I was like a part-time father, you know what I'm saying? Kim and Sarah and everybody had everything held down. And then, man, you know, just losing Kim, it was just like I was a full-time father. My life is really like going crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really real, you know what I'm saying? Going from, you know, just being on the road and stuff to like actually having to raise 3 girls and I've never been in this situation. And, you know, I guess God gave me some karma, hit me 3 times. 3 times I got 3 girls turning 16.
How did it make you feel?
I'm proud of my daughters. Like when I see my daughters, I just get so filled with pride. They're so beautiful and strong. They're like really, really like strong young women, and they have their own opinions, and they, you know, they have their own points of views, and they have their own dreams, and it's just like really beautiful to see. And it's clear why women run the world, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm around them.
So I feel like that's something me and you got in common. Like I lost my baby father, and I felt like I never really got a chance to like grieve about it because I was working.
Mm-hmm.
So I never got a chance to like express how I felt, or I already never really went through the emotion. So when it did hit me, I was just like fucked up. Like it hit me at a bad time. It had me like really depressed, and I ain't know how to handle it. And I went through like therapy, and I felt like that didn't work because it's like I'm talking to somebody that don't know nothing about me, and they trying to tell me how to feel. How did you like? What was your grieving process? Like, what was something you did?
At first I would just like, I cried for like 3 months straight. I would just be like walking around crying, like, you know what I'm saying? And like just all the time, and it just hurt so bad, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't. I was just like not moving. I had like isolated myself, you know, and yeah, it was definitely, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? It was rough. I really could not control crying. You know, I would be anywhere and just any memory would just get me and really break me down. And, you know, but as time went on and, you know, I had to deal with the reality and, you know, really prayer and God and talking to God is what really, you know, got me through it. And I had a wonderful life in time with Kim, you know what I'm saying? And I have beautiful kids, and I'm just like the luckiest man in the world, you know what I'm saying? To even have had the experience to have her in my life, you know? So yes, it's a daily thing though, but I'm back up on my feet, you know, and you know, I'm ready to love again.
Okay, y'all, I came prepared today. I have a slideshow, so y'all know how I am. Listen, this is what a lot of women and listen, Black women, I need to talk to y'all. We got to stop being so easily impressed. We be so easily impressed by the smallest things, right? Like y'all should have seen the comments on the actual video. I'm ready to love again. Yeah, but is he ready to love you in the way that you need, though? That would have been my follow-up question. See, men try to give you that lip service, and they think that you should be impressed by that. 2 things that men feel like you should be impressed by. Their honesty. That's bare minimum. I'm not impressed by your honesty. And then they also feel like you should be impressed by their status or their money. I'm not impressed by that. Let me tell you something. When you're easily impressed, you are easy to take advantage of. You cannot be out here being easily impressed. You're easily to swindle. You're easy to con. You are easy to take advantage of. So you can't be impressed like I'm ready to love again. Okay, but can you love me in the way that I need? If no, we can't do business. I'm not impressed by that. So I just need that to be, we gotta get that together. You cannot be easily impressed. You guys, I'm drinking an iced coffee from Starbucks. A shot of espresso, unsweetened, sugar-free, vanilla and heavy cream. Okay. But yeah, you can't be easily impressed. Black women, we got to stop being so easily impressed. I mean, I'm ready to love again. You couldn't even love Kim correctly. What makes me feel special that you saying that? Girl, and that was the love of your life. And then you a part-time dad. You was a part-time dad. You didn't even love your daughters enough for me. So I'm ready to love again. Come on, y'all. Y'all, we cannot be easily impressed. We cannot. Okay. Oh, I answered that question. Okay, let me go. Let me continue. Okay, let's get into this love bombing.
Do you like making love or fucking?
Making love. I don't like to be fighting and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely more sensual.
You don't like quickies and all that.
Nah.
You like to make love. I
like marathon sex.
Ooh.
Period.
That sounds real fun.
Sis, I'm gonna need you to get out now, sis. He trying to trap you. Listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but this is how you catch feelings. This is how you catch a soul tie. This is how you create a chemical bond with a man. So he ain't trying to F you. He trying to make love to you. Girl, that means he's love bombing you. One thing men will do is they will weaponize sex. They love to use sex to weaponize a woman, to get her addicted. And we fall for it. This is why a lot of us are in situationships right now. A lot of us are. And it's because they weaponize sex. They get us chemically attached. And even if you're not emotionally, you crave them. Like you will have their taste on your tongue. And you crave them chemically. You may not crave them emotionally, but your body is craving them. And this is why he likes being sensual. And I'm pretty sure when he is intimate with her, he responds to her body very well because he's a sensual person. When you think of making love, you think of being sensual, you think of being passionate, you think of being super in tune with a woman's body. So that makes you attached. When you are out here having fun, you get the D and he Uber home. That's what you do. You don't be laying up in talking about your emotions, trauma bonding about what y'all done been through and stuff like that. And then you don't ever deal with a man that is trying to make love to you, but he don't see a future with you. That's a red flag right there. That is a red flag. That's why this is a situationship. Yes, it's sexual manipulation. And I need women to wake up with this. This is why a lot of us deal with situationships. Because these men, they get us in the bed. We become chemically attracted to them and attached to them. And then we become sexually addicted. And then we're like, oh my God, why do I want him? Why am I craving him? I don't even like him like that. I don't even have feelings for him like that. Or I caught feelings. That's how we end up in a situation. And listen, you never plan on actually ending up in a situationship. It just happens. It just happens. You wake up on a Tuesday and you like, do I miss him right now? I actually miss this man. Why do I miss this man? So you just got to be careful. That's why I'm saying, like, Carisha, I'm gonna need you to exit, sis. I'm gonna need you to exit, girl. Exit now. This man, and then he know what he doing. That's the thing. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. One thing that I have learned about Diddy, and I've been watching him and studying him. Okay, yes, he feels guilty. He feels guilty that Kim Porter passed and he didn't do right by her. But he feels like because he's so honest now, like he wants to be honest, right? He feels like that will right his wrongs, but it won't, because he refuses to change his ways. So he feels like he can right his wrongs by being honest, but he still refuses to change his ways. Mark my words. Okay, let's continue.
Try to see what that's about now, man. So when you woke up and we was trending, like, what's up? How you felt about that? What it was about?
I mean, it was messy. You know what I'm saying? It was messy, and I just, it's one of those days, and so had to polish things up, had to press the reset button, boom, and keep it moving.
It's just one of those days, y'all. This ain't his first rodeo. I hope y'all picked that up.
I'm not trying to get messy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to just live my life and have a good time and stay out the way, but do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Oh, okay, so you acting bad.
Acting all the way bad.
So what the fuck you got going on? What's your relationship status? Mr. Act Bad.
I'm single, I'm single, but I'm dating. I'm just taking my time with life.
All right. So what
we date. We dating. We go have dates. And we friends. Okay. We go to exotic locations. We have great times. We go to strip clubs, church. I'm gonna take you to church.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, like, what you like about me? Cause people be like, she ain't his type. He wouldn't talk to her. So, what is it about me that you like about me? Like, why you fucking with a city girl?
I mean, cause you authentic. You're like one of the realest people I ever met. You know what I'm saying? And you're authentically yourself, and you're a great mother, and a great friend. We just have a good time.
Is that fun? Time.
Yeah, you the funnest.
Ladies. Okay, so you know how she said that big women are the ones that financially take care of men, right? And she said they're the ones that get used and they're the ones that get taken advantage of. No, it's not. No, it's not. You want to know who gets taken advantage of the most? Fun girl. Yeah. She's the one that gets taken advantage of the most. You want to know what else girl gets taken advantage of the most? The nice girl. The cool girl, the cool chick, the reasonable, the misunderstanding, right? She's the one that gets taken advantage of. And this is why I tell you guys, you have to be difficult within good reason. You can still be fun, but he know not to play with you. You can still be cool, but he know not to try it with you. It's all about balance. And see, those are the women that get used up the most. The fun, the cool, right? And a lot of them, y'all call them pick-me's. I ain't gonna call them that. They just haven't woken up. I'm trying to wake them up. Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. I'm gonna need you to wake up, sis. Come on. Chop, chop. It's time for you to wake up. Okay? Those are the women that get taken advantage of the most. Like the cool, the fun, because you're so cool. And you know what men are doing the whole time when it comes to your fun level? They seeing how far they can take it with you. And the more fun you are, the more they take advantage of you. Girl, it's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Stop being the nice girl. Stop being the cool chick. Stop being the fun girl all the time. All the time. Okay? Because fun, you know, it doesn't come with that many boundaries. And so men think that they can overstep and overstep and overstep. Oh, she cool. Overstep and overstep and overstep. Oh, she fun. Overstep and overstep. Oh, she nice. And this is how you get taken advantage of. So what he's saying, right, benefits him. But does it benefit Carisha? Does it benefit her? I want y'all to answer that down below. I want y'all to answer that down below. How does being the fun girl benefit Carisha? She got money. She in a bag. But is she being taken serious? It benefits men way more. A billionaire giving you money, that's another thing. That's why I say black women, you got to stop being easily impressed, even when it comes to a billionaire. A man giving you even if it's $250,000 allowance a month, that ain't nothing to him. That ain't nothing. Men will trick on you. It's nothing new. Men been tricking on women. Men will be married, right? And have a whole wife at home and still be tricking on a woman on the side. It's nothing to them. It's nothing, especially when they have money. So you cannot be impressed by that. You just can't. So this benefits him more than anybody. And the reason is because he throwing, you know, some stacks at her and she eating it up like, oh my God, like it gave me $250,000. That's nothing to him. A billionaire? And that's why you got to think on their level. On their level, that's pennies. But on your level, that's a good salary. You know what I mean? You can't be easily impressed. That's how you get taken advantage of. She's even getting taken advantage of, even though, right, $250, right, is an allowance for her, but to him it's pennies. So who's really winning? He is. He's winning. It sucks, girl, because $250, I'm like, ah. But I'm like, if I was in front of him, I'd be like, $250, that's it. You know, I know you good for more than that, you know, but I'm just saying, you cannot be easily impressed. That's how men take advantage of you. But let's continue.
The fun is Young Miami, woo! But then also then you Carisha, and then so you know.
So who Carisha is?
Carisha, I get advice from Carisha. You know what I'm saying? Carisha tell me like, yo, don't be in your head, and you know, you're just a good friend. Everybody that's a friend of yours will tell you like that you're a great friend.
Do you consider yourself toxic? Because you call yourself love. So do you consider yourself toxic? Like, would you say you toxic?
Yeah, I would say that it gets toxic. I'm not trying to be toxic. So.
But are you toxic?
Yeah. Yeah. I think like at times, but I'm not trying to like give that, you know.
So, like, what was our first date? And can you talk about how we met?
Wow. What?
So we dating? You know, you guys, this is some things that I want to point out. To the girls, you're out here, you're trying to level up, right? And you're trying to date in a higher tax bracket. Let me tell you something about dating in a higher tax bracket. You cannot be impressed by men that throw their money at you. You cannot be impressed by that because it means nothing to them. That's why they're giving it to you. Yes, that is why they're giving it to you. In your mind, it means everything to you. But in their mind, it's like throwing a homeless man a few dollars. So you cannot be easily impressed. You cannot, because men are just they're just gonna take you for granted. They're just gonna take you for granted. They're gonna take you for everything that you can do for them, right? While they're throwing pennies at you, because it don't mean nothing to them. You got to think on their level. You got to think as if you're rich, not a rich man. You got to think as if you had that money, what would it be to you? But see, it's kind of hard to do that because you're stepping into a tax bracket that you've never been in. And so you're being introduced to a whole new lifestyle, but you cannot be easily impressed. Because if you are going to go out here and you're going to date these men with money, they're going to easily take advantage of you. And they do it all the time. That's why they got tricks and mistresses and everything like that. But see, you're trying to be the wife, I'm assuming. or you're trying to be the girl that wants to be seen respectable. So you can't be easily impressed. If you're trying to stay for the long haul and really snag you somebody that is really well off, you cannot be easily impressed by money that they throw at you, or bags that they throw at you, or things that they do for you, because as soon as you become impressed like that, they control you with it. That's why you don't want to be easily impressed. And I'm speaking from experience, you guys. Like, if a man is throwing you money, understand it's nothing to them. It's all about control. And once they see the sparkles in your eyes and your eyes light up, they like, I got her. She easy. All I got to do is throw some money at her every now and then and she good. Or all I got to do is throw a bag at her and she good. And she's impressed and I get to do what I want to do and she has no say so. Also, when you are dealing with a man like Diddy, right? And this is why I don't like this situation, is because she can't talk to anybody else. When you dealing with a man of this status, when you get into a situationship, he is single. You're not. He can go out here and talk to whoever he wants to talk to, because the incentive is that you get to deal with a man with money. And so because you out here dealing with a man with money, right? Sis, you cannot go out here and think that he's going to be okay with you entertaining another man. He's not. And he's not going to put up with that, because he's going to go get him another woman that will allow him to deal with whoever he want to deal with because he has money. And then he's going to get rid of you because you out here entertaining other men. So when Carisha agreed to this, she agreed to a one-sided relationship, right? Where she's involved with him, but he can be involved with whoever. Whenever you're dealing with a man of this status, girl, you can't be out here talking to other men, weighing your other options, weighing your prospects. I want the people in the comment section that really think that this is fun. Where's the fun in that? You only get to deal with him. You can't deal with nobody else. You're single though. Part of being single and having fun is you can talk to who you want to talk to. You can deal with whoever you want to deal with, but you can't do that when you're dealing with a man like Diddy. You have to be dedicated and loyal to him, because his money is what's running things. It's not you, sis. Even though you single, you living your best life and you having fun. That's not how the game goes. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works. And once you get out here and you start dating men with some money, a lot of things are one-sided. A lot. And it sucks. Okay. So let's continue. You can't, if you're dealing with a man of Diddy's caliber, you are not going to be able to be out here talking to other people. He's not going to, even if you're just dating, he's not going to allow that. Because he got money.
Our first date, I was supposed to take you surfing.
I remember that. It was after the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And I ain't come.
Nah.
I was like, I can't go surfing with my wig. I was not about to mess up my wig, and it was blonde. Hell nah. I was like, nope.
And then we went to Love Island.
Love Island was lit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite island. I want to go back.
Yeah.
You can take me back.
I'll take you back.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Love that. Are you a cheater?
No, I used to be a cheater. I'm not a cheater no more.
Used to be.
I'm a truth teller now.
You're an honest man.
Honest. I'm gonna give it to you honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurting nobody's feelings. None of that.
And ladies, you guys need to ask the right questions. A better question would have been, have you changed since you've been a cheater, or have you changed since you've cheated? That's a better question, because the answer would be no. See, he think honesty and being a truth teller is going to right his wrongs, but he don't plan on changing his ways. I don't get that. I don't get that at all, girl. That's a red flag. So that's why I said Black women, we cannot be impressed, or women in general, you cannot be impressed by a man giving you honesty. That's bare minimum. He expects for you to give him honesty. So don't be impressed by a man being honest with you. That's the least he can do. The hell? I wish I would be impressed by a man being honest with me. I appreciate it, but I'm not impressed.
I feel like you single, but we go together. So how would you feel about me telling people that I'm single because we go together? I'm not laughing.
Yeah. Hold on.
It ain't no hold on.
We go together now?
Real bad.
Whatever you say.
I like that. Missionary or doggy style?
Missionary. I like to look in the eyes. I like eye contact. I'm very passionate.
Listen, Carisha is playing with fire, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what my mama should have told me, and I'm gonna tell you what your mama should have told you. If you are having a casual fling with a man, you never look in his eyes, ever. You avoid eye contact. You never look in his eyes. Oh my gosh. And you guys, are y'all listening to everything that they saying? They dating, they making love, they emotionally connecting. Don't that sound like a relationship? I'm for real. Like, don't it sound like a relationship? They was bonding over the fact that they both had a loss. Don't this sound like Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez? They both lost their mama, and then they had a fling, and then it got real messy, and it turned into a situationship. This is how drama is created. So oh my God. I mean, what would not make it a relationship? I need somebody to answer that. What would not make this a relationship? A label? A label? That's the only thing that does not make this a relationship. Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
That's the vibe. That's the frequency. So whenever we hang out, we have a good time because we just like being ourselves. And when you said like, you know, it's hard for people to believe like our friendship. I don't understand it because I'm like, you like to have a good time. I like to have a good time.
You like Young Miami or Carisha? If you had to pick, which one you like?
Carisha.
Mm-hmm.
Carisha, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I really know you as the person, you know what I'm saying? I'm to be honest, like I knew you before, you know, as Young Miami, but when you introduced yourself to me, you said Carisha, and then so I've known you more like that. I mean, my first show that I saw you at was Coachella.
Also, when you do decide, if you do decide to get into a casual fling with a man, because we live during hookup culture and friends with benefits and situationship culture. That's the culture that we're in right now when it comes to dating, right? He shouldn't know Carisha. He should not know Carisha. He should only know Young Miami. He should know Carisha. Because in order for you to know Carisha, you have to exchange some type of emotion or some type of emotional intimacy. Because he says, oh, everybody else know Young Miami. Okay, so why do you know a version of her that we don't when y'all just having fun? But this is City Girls. I guess this is a City Girl summer. It involves a heartbreak, sis. It involves a heartbreak. Yeah, like she is, y'all, she loves this man and he has feelings for her too. It ain't one-sided. But see, Diddy don't know how to love. That's the problem. He don't know how to love his daughters. He don't know how to love the women in his life. And he talks about how when he was 3 years old, he lost his dad. He lost his dad, and he never saw his mom date men or interact with men at all. So marriage has never been at the top of his list. And so he just been out here doing his thing. And listen, I actually admire men who prioritize themselves and put themselves first. But as soon as you have children, you instantly become a bad father. Instantly. But if you just a single man and you out here putting yourself first, you prioritizing yourself, and you're being honest with women, and you're not playing them against each other or against their feelings or creating heartbreak unnecessarily, right?
that's when I have a problem. I don't have a problem with men being out here being single, doing what they want to do, because I feel like every man should go through that phase where they're trying to find themselves, they're trying to figure out what they like, what they don't like. The same for women. But when you start playing women with their emotions, their heart, their feelings, and things like that, that's what I don't like. So I know not every man is really for commitment, marriage, or a relationship. But when you start playing with women's feelings and emotions, that's selfish, and you're prioritizing yourself and you're being self-centered. And then you're not taking care of your kids. Come on, take care of your kids. Okay. But let me continue.
You know?
You made me nervous. You was right there in front rapping out my songs. I'm like, how the fuck you know that song?
The support, you know?
So the people want to know.
Yeah, also, it's what they want to know.
Are you 100K Poppy?
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
That's me.
You dropping 100K?
250
on a shopping spree?
250.
Oh, getting your bag, staying in your bag.
Getting your bag. You know what it is?
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I ain't got no time to be cheap. You feel me?
So you not cheap?
Nah, no.
You like spending money?
Yeah.
I also want to add, you guys. Okay, so and this is why rich people don't stay rich, because I'm about to break this down financially. You got to understand that Diddy is in a new tax bracket. He's on a whole new level when it comes to the style of living. $250 is not that much to him. He buys designer, wears designer. He probably has his clothes tailored. There's so much that goes into his aesthetic. So $250, that's nothing to him. To a girl that don't got a lot going on for herself, or she doesn't have much, that is a lot for her, but to him it's really not. Because when you consider like everything that you have to pay for and things like that, it's really nothing, y'all. That's why I'm saying, like, if you are the type of woman and you want to date up, you want to date out your tax bracket and stuff like that, you cannot be easily impressed by an amount that could pay your rent. You cannot. Like, I'll never forget a man trying to impress me with a receipt from the Gucci store. And I'm like, I don't like Gucci. They don't like black people. That's what I told him. And he like, I said, look into it. I don't like them. And he was like, you don't like them? He was like, you're the first girl that I ever met that don't like Gucci. Well, I'm pretty rare, so I'm just not impressed by Gucci. I mean, if you wanted to introduce me to a designer brand, you know, I'm just thinking like you're gonna go for something I've never heard of, or something that actually likes black people. You know what I mean? They don't like me, y'all. They don't, because I'm very honest. I'm like, I'm just not impressed by that brand. I'm sorry, that designer, you know. So you just gotta be, I mean, when you think about it on a daily basis, I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy for his upkeep is more than $250,000 for like his mortgage. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, y'all, it's nothing. And this is what I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to understand that for real. Okay. Because I don't want y'all being easily swindled out here just because a man got a little money in his account and he think he can impress you like that. No, he can't impress you like that. Because that's dropping 250,000 or 100,000. That is like, y'all, that's like $100 to him. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That ain't no money. Not to him. To us, girl, I can do a lot with that. But to him, it's like $100. Here you go. And he benefits. And then you can't even talk to nobody else. And he over here throwing you $100 basically. That ain't a lot of money.
I'm like just living my best life, and anything around me, I want it to flourish and live its best life too. So I'm just in a good mood. You know how when you just, hey, big spender. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas. Let's have a good time with this life.
So it's everyday Christmas when you with Diddy.
Yeah,
that's something I always wonder.
I mean, I wouldn't say Christmas. Every day is. I'm trying to make it the best day for everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what's going on with you? What's your status? You?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm dating.
You dating?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm having fun. You know, I'm just living my best life, doing what the
Yeah.
fuck I want.
Yeah. You know, it's good. It's good to do
I'm in
that
an
sometimes.
entanglement. I feel like I'm like on my Jada shit. I'm kind of like in an entanglement. I'm just having fun. I'm just acting bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you laugh.
Jada was in an entanglement. She was in an emotional and sexual connection. This is why y'all gotta catch. You gotta catch this type of stuff. Jada was in an entanglement. She was in an emotional connection. It wasn't just sex. August Alsina made that known. It was not just sex. They were in an emotional, sexual relationship. Just throwing that out there.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you smiling, as long as you having a good time, you know, that's what it's about.
Why you never got married?
Just wasn't ready. Just didn't want to do it. Just didn't want to. Never had a desire to get married. You know what I'm saying? And just when I was growing up, my father got killed when I was young, when I was 2. And my mother, she just like never wanted to have men around. You know what I'm saying? It was something like during that time having like men around your children. And so I never really saw a relationship like that. I was just raised around women. And so I never really had those aspirations. So I know it was like the dream. It's every woman's and every person's dream. I mean, a lot of people's dream. And it just for me, I just wasn't really about that life.
Yeah, because people feel like you got to be married. I don't have a desire to be married.
Yeah, I want to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be married because when it's time for me to get the fuck on, I want to go. I'm packing my shit and I'm leaving. I don't want to be nobody's wife, ex-wife. I don't even know you. Bye. So I don't have a desire to be married either.
Yeah.
Do you want more?
Okay. I just wanted to point this out. Just because women, ladies, just because you don't have a desire for marriage, you don't have a desire for family, children, that does not exempt you from heartbreak. Okay? It does not exempt you from heartbreak. It doesn't. So she can sit up here and she can say that, and it could very well be true. I'm not even gonna knock her and say, oh, she lying. She could very well be telling the truth. However, just because you don't want kids, you don't want marriage and everything, that does not exempt you from heartbreak. And if a lot of y'all are not having kids or you're not doing it for marriage to prevent from heartbreak, that's a scarcity mindset. And you're going to have to heal that. Okay. You should not want kids and you shouldn't want marriage because of self, whatever that is. It shouldn't be because of hurt. It shouldn't be because of pain. It shouldn't be because of a past relationship. You shouldn't want it because of yourself. So that's why a lot of y'all not believing it. A lot of y'all not believing it because you feel like it's coming from a hurt place. You know, she's been through so much. She is the mother of 2 kids by 2 different men. And so a lot of y'all are not believing it because you feel like it's stemmed from hurt. So it's like, dang, if she would heal or if she was in a better place, maybe she would be open to it. That's why a lot of y'all are not believing her. But I'm going to give that to her. She says she's not interested in marriage. She doesn't want to be in a family dynamic for whatever reason. And so she's just not for it. Okay, so I will take that in. However, that does not exempt her from a heartbreak, though. That's the thing. And so we think that just because we don't give it a label or we don't have a man's kids or we say we're not going to catch feelings, that exempts us from a heartbreak. And it just doesn't. I wish, shoot, that would make my life easier, but it doesn't.
More kids? Because I like.
Yeah. I definitely gonna have more kids.
I want I want twins, so that's why I was throwing it out. She want more kids because I wanted a set of twins, and I know they weren't.
You said
they weren't.
You said you ain't want to have no more kids when we was talking.
Yeah, but I want some twins now. I changed my mind.
You changed your mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I know they like running.
Oh, I'm mute. I'm sorry, y'all.
like I was saying, she's sitting down talking about kids. She's talking about the future with a man she just having fun with. Now, how many of us have done that? How many? Y'all still can't hear. I'm not mute. I am not mute. Somebody said, okay, can y'all hear me? Okay. And then they having, listen, y'all, like I really need somebody to explain to me, you sitting up here and you are planning a future kids with a man that you making love to? That, nah. Come on, y'all. No. And if you buying this, I'm sorry, but if you buying this, you are easily gullible. You're gullible. And if you're buying this, you need to work on yourself and not go on. You don't need to date. You don't need men are just gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna take advantage of you. If you really think that this is if you really buying into this, God, like, you don't need to date. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because I'm like Mama Bear, or I'm like Auntie Bear, or I'm like older sister Bear, right? And I'm just like, no, she not ready. She really buying this. And it's like, no. You can't talk to her. You no, she not ready yet. Because if you are buying this, no, honey. No, these men will eat you alive, girl. No. You're not ready. You're not ready. I say that out of love and care, for real. Because these men, they don't care about your feelings. They don't. Not when it comes to putting themselves first. Not when it comes to prioritizing themselves and how they feel, their sexual needs and desires. So it's like, no. Don't. She can't date. She need more time. Because if you are buying this is bad. I'm gonna back out. Come on back. She not ready yet. Because oh my gosh. Girl, oh my gosh.
Your family, so I'm just throwing it. I'm throwing it out.
Hey, yo, you know you a mean manifester with that 1111. Yeah, slow down, girl.
God, please.
So yeah, I love hard. I love hard. You know what I'm saying? My new single is about that. You know, that's how I got through my last breakup.
Gotta move on.
Gotta move on. You know, joined with Bryson Tiller.
That's
it was hard. It's hard for me to move on.
Wow,
you know?
Why was it so hard?
Man, because I just didn't want to let her go. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds so sweet. Oh, you just didn't want to let her go. No, you were being controlling and manipulative. That's what he was being, y'all. Dude, I just didn't want to let her go. That's something you see in a toxic love, black love movie film. You cannot be buying this. Don't buy it. I just didn't want to let her go. But this is the thing. The reason why it's toxic, and the reason why Young Miami, her red flag alarm should be going off like heavy right now. The reason why it's toxic is because he didn't want to let Cassie go, right? But he also didn't want to change his ways. That's the thing with Diddy. He don't want to change his ways. He don't. He 52. He's set in his ways. And my mama, my grandmama, she did tell me this. She said, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks. You cannot. Listen, Young Miami should have took those shopping sprees, 2, 3, and got out. Okay, she's staying way too long in this situation. She's staying
way too long. And so that's why Cassie ran away. And listen, she was going to go back until he made that heartfelt post on Instagram about Kim Porter passing. She would have went back because you know how it is with narcissists. They always pull you back in, right? And so you end up staying. But because of that post that he made about Kim Porter, Cassie didn't go back. And now I see why. He was like, I just didn't want to let her go. But you didn't want to do right by her either, that makes you toxic, controlling, and manipulative and possessive. So y'all don't eat that up. Don't eat that up. That ain't nope. Don't eat that up. That ain't nothing. Not when it would. I didn't want to let her go. It would have been loving if he would have said, I didn't want to let her go, and I would have loved her the way that she wanted. But he just said I wouldn't have let her go.
Where you at? Where you at with love? Are you still believe in love? Since you like after going through, things that you're going through.
I feel like for me, I'm still young, so I'm not really focused on love because love is like a distraction.
Yeah.
And like I love hard too.
Yeah.
So it's like right now I just really want to focus on my career.
Yeah.
And I want to have fun. That's why I'm just dating. Because it's like when I'm in love, they kind of just be like my focus. It's a lot. Like you gotta put another person, feelings first, and you gotta compromise. And it's like certain stuff that I might have to do with work, a person might not agree on.
Yeah.
And I got kids to feed, so I feel.
Also, another thing that I want to point out: Diddy always works with the women that he's effing. Okay, if you go down his dating history, every girl he's had a relationship with, he's worked with. Even Sarah Chapman. Sarah Chapman is his baby mama, the one where Kim had the twins, and then this other daughter pops up, and you're like, well, where'd she pop up from? That was his assistant. Like, he was using her as an assistant at that time for something, for a project. Not his main assistant, but like she was assisting him with something, some type of project that he was a part of at the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody want to be impressed by this man. And it's like, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. He been doing this. This is what he does. You are just a pawn in his game. That is it. You were just a pawn in his little master plan that he got going on right now. But he always has a relationship with the women that he works with, like all of them. All of them. Like, this is on Revolt TV. He owns Revolt TV. And then it's not surprising that he has created a show with her on here. And then it's not surprising that they have a song coming out. This is what he does. Like, this is what he does. Now, I don't know if he's doing it to stay relevant. What's crazy is Carisha doesn't even see herself being used in a business way either. She's so impressed by every little thing that he do. She's impressed by the fact that this man wants to take her to church. She's impressed by this man sending her Bible verses. She's impressed by this man giving her $250, which technically is like $250 for him. Like, she's impressed by the fact that he didn't want to let Cassie go. But he didn't want to do right by her, though. Like, she's too impressed to be taking the situation as, oh, this is just for fun. I'm sorry. So, and this could actually ruin her brand. And I need, listen, to the YouTubers, the influencers, the artists out here that make music, stop allowing these men to use you. Stop. They be using y'all for views. They be using y'all for an aesthetic, or just to be linked with you because you don't think highly of yourself. And Young Miami doesn't think that highly of herself, and she should. And the reason is because she's popping right now. Diddy was popping during his time. He not popping like that. So he gonna leech on to you to keep himself relevant. She not even thinking about it from a business standpoint. Listen, Carisha, I got your back, sis. I got your back. Now, this may not be what you want to hear, but it is like, these are things that you need to start thinking about and considering, because it's like he always do that. He did that with J-Lo. J-Lo was popping right now, and he used her to stay relevant. That's what he did. He does this. This is what he does, y'all. He is for himself. self. And that's why I'm not impressed by, oh, I'm living my best life. Oh, I'm having fun. Let's turn up. Da, da, da. That's great and everything. But Carisha, this man is using you. And I hate that he's doing that because she looks at him as an idol and she's easily impressed by him and things like that. And she's not understanding, like, I'm popping right now. This is my time. This is my prime, you know? And I shouldn't associate with this man publicly because he may be using me. So, and I'm going to get into why I feel like Carisha doesn't think that highly of herself. I'm going to get into why, because I have receipts on that too, okay?
Like love will come, later on down the line for me. So do I still believe in love? Kind of, sort of, but niggas ain't shit.
I hear that.
You can definitely be single but go with somebody. Like, you know what that means? Let me tell y'all what that means. That means.
Okay, so she's about to explain to us what it means to be single and still go with somebody. Okay, she's about to explain to us what that is. And then she's also going to explain to us why. Oh, she's also going to explain to me why she's in this situation. She's about to explain to me why she's in this situation. She's also about to explain to you why she doesn't think that highly of herself. Okay? Okay, let's go.
That means we single, right? So when I do single shit, we're single. That's what that means. But we go together. Y'all always in a con.
And also, y'all, let me tell you something. She lying about this. We single, but we go together. So when I do single-ish, I'm single. No, you're not. Because we all know how this works. Is when money is involved and you dealing with a billionaire, you can't do much. I'm gonna tell you that now. And to any woman that's out here, go talk to a man right now. And if he being real with you, and the only way a man will be real with you, you got to create that space for him to be real with you. How do you create that space for him to be real with you? Well, for starters, you cannot get defensive. If you get defensive, he gonna start giving you word vomit, and he gonna tell you everything that you want to hear because you're just gonna get defensive when it comes to the truth. When you are dealing with a man of Diddy's caliber, his status, his money, you cannot be out here entertaining another man. Period. You cannot. I'm gonna tell you that now. You cannot be out here entertaining another man. Okay, you gonna get cut off because guess what? All like Gina, how much you want to bet Gina ain't messed with a man in years? She ain't dated another man in years because she would have got cut off. That's how this works. That's how men with money move. Trust me. They will sit you down and have you sign a contract. It has happened to me. And you can't talk to nobody. You basically are under their full control. They own you. That's how this works. Them 250,000 shopping sprees come with a cost. This living my best life and having fun with a man that's a billionaire comes with a cost. It always does. Ain't nothing in this life. My daddy used to say, ain't nothing in this life free. Ain't nothing in this life really for free. It may look free. It may seem like it's free, but it's not. It's not free. It always comes with a cost. So, yeah, these men will sit a whole contract out for you to sign. Some of these men be married. Some of these men be married. Some of them are in relationships. Some of them are in situationships with their baby mama, and they want you to be okay with it. They want you to be cool with it, and they still want you to sign that contract. You get the shopping sprees. You get the trips. You can even invite your friends. He'll pay for it. Buy you a car, put you in a nice apartment. He'll do all of these things, but you under his control. And the reason is because you know what we women did? We made a mistake. We started this whole city girl, material girl movement, black girl luxury. And so men are now using that and they're weaponizing that against us. This is why you shouldn't be out here trying to keep up with the Joneses. You shouldn't be out here trying to one up your girlfriends and try to compete with them. You shouldn't be out here trying to compare yourself to what the next woman got or what she's doing, because you try to compete with her in a way that you think she's competing and then come to find out she under a contract that you know nothing about. Listen, I be out I be listening. I be like, girl, that's crazy. You signed a contract? Oh, but he paying for everything. Don't get it twisted. These girls be out here signing contracts, just like you don't know about them going to Dubai to get shitted on. They not telling you about that contract that they got signed. I've seen them. I know what they look like, and I'm like, contract? Who is signing that? See, I don't believe in signing my soul away. I don't. I when I die, that's all I got. Okay, my body is gone. My followers online are gone. The attention that I get in life is gone. Girl, all I got is my soul, and I done sold it to a man for some money. Nah, can't get me that easy. I'm sorry. That's how this works, y'all. Everything comes with a price, even if it's just your soul. So this is why I'm not impressed by none of this, because I know all the dealings that happen behind the scenes. A lot of y'all didn't even know these girls were going to Dubai to be a porta potty. That's crazy. I'm like, what? When I learned about that, I said, that's crazy. So Carisha, she can come on here and she can try to save face, but if you've ever dealt with a man with money and he got a lot of it, he got a lot to just throw around, right? Girl, you are under his control. I'm sorry. Now, if you're dealing with a family man, a provider man, and he has more money than the average, that is totally different. We're talking about men in the industry. We're talking about men that are athletes. We're talking about men that are in the entertainment business. We're not talking about regular 9-to-5er tycoons or entrepreneurs, because those it's a little different. It looks a little different. But we're talking about men in entertainment. Oh, you signing that contract.
I mean, saying don't do this and don't tell me what the fuck to do, because I'm living my best motherfucking life. I don't need no relationship advice from nobody, because y'all bitches ain't married neither. Y'all bitches ain't been together with y'all men. Y'all niggas ain't, like, please, I don't need no relationship advice from nobody. Nobody. I don't need relationship advice from nobody on the internet. I'm good. I'm having a good time. I know how to keep a man. If I wanted to have a man, I know how to keep one. I don't need no relationship advice from y'all. Y'all bitches ain't got no man. Y'all bitches ain't married. Y'all bitches is baby mamas.
Ooh, y'all. She said, y'all bees are baby mamas. Does that sound like a woman that's a 2-time baby mama by 2 different men? Does that sound like a woman that thinks highly of herself? I'm gonna let y'all answer that. I'm gonna let y'all answer that. So this tells me this is a woman settling. She knows she's not being done right. She knows she in a situation that's not all that favorable. Does that sound like a woman that thinks highly of herself? So that's why I'm saying, y'all, like, and this is why I came on here and I made this video. It's not to throw Carisha under the bus. Like, listen, we all got our lessons. We all got to learn them in the weirdest ways. But I don't want y'all to glorify this, because this is not a situation you want to be in. And this is why I'm dropping too much tea, to be honest. This is why this is going on my Patreon, because I'm like, listen, I can't leave this up for everybody to watch. This is how it really is behind the scenes. She cannot talk to nobody else. She cannot entertain nobody else. So I'm single and I'm dating. That's only for Diddy, sis. That's not for you. And you know that, because you know that as soon as he find you out here sleeping with another man or dealing with another man or entertaining another man, y'all saw what Lil Baby did. Jada waited out here texting, cut off just like that. He didn't even think about it. He just cut her off just so easily. That's how they are. Men with money, they're very arrogant, especially in the entertainment business. So you think you out here doing something, you living your best life. Okay, to the girls that are broke, yeah. But the ones that have been out here a little while and we've dealt with some of these men, it's like, girl, you're not winning like that. I'm sorry, you're not. I'm sorry. Like, you're really not. You are under their control. And because they feel like they are a resource to you, they can use you as a puppet. Like, they can manipulate you, weaponize you with that. You are under their control. And especially these men in the entertainment business, they are more misogynistic than the average men that you deal with on a daily basis. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. So it's just like, girl, it's just L's all around. Okay, it's just L's all around. So she's trying to come on here and save face and make it seem like that she's in a better position than Gina. But to be honest, if Gina is no longer dealing with Diddy, she's actually better off. Or to any other woman out here, like, she's actually better off, because this man ain't trying to do right by Carisha, not even when it comes to this agreement that she has with him right now. She's not trying to do right by her. It's all about himself. He's all for himself. So he don't care about her like that. But he gonna make her feel like he do. Also, another thing that I want to comment on, because a lot of women got mad at me on Instagram because I said you should never go public with a man that you're having fun with. And a lot of women were upset with me about that, but I'm explaining why. Okay. Yeah, I said rule number 1, you should never go public with a man that you're just having fun with. Carisha has set herself up. She told the world of side chicks and side peen, I'm cool with you dealing with my man, right? Because he's single, but they go together. We go together, but he's single, right? So let's not glorify breaking our own hearts when living our best lives, okay? You can live your best life, but this is when you self-sabotage. You self-sabotage when you are leaving so much room for your emotional state of mind and being to be at jeopardy. You living your best life should never compromise your mental stability or your emotional stability. And that's what she's putting at risk right now. And she's putting her health at risk too when it comes to her body and her sexual health. I'm very big on that too. So it's just, you guys, it's just, we're not about to glorify this. I'm sorry, because y'all you gonna get used up. And I don't like it when women get used up. Also, another thing that I want to point out is this comment that I made on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Real Yanni if you would like. Oh, shoot. Did I delete it? I know I didn't delete it. Okay, let me try to blow this up and read it. Somebody said side peen. Girl, he is bisexual. Diddy is bisexual. Okay, so I'm going to read this paragraph. So I said, again, you never go public with a man you're having fun with. This has nothing to do with monogamy or being in a relationship. This has everything to do with fun, not lasting forever. And you don't want to ruin any other options or prospects that you may have because you are thinking long term. A woman always has to think long term. You can never think short term. You always have to think long term. So yes, you can have fun, but you also have to think about how this may affect you in the long run. Okay. So a man, and this is the thing about men, this is something that I have learned. Thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna have to read it later. Okay, so a man never goes public with a woman that he's just having fun with, unless he has money, because women give him a pass. You never want to be unknowingly marked as a woman to be played with publicly. Men will unknowingly mark you and label you things without your knowledge. If a woman had higher standards, or if women had higher standards, this would go for men as well, but unfortunately, it doesn't. Okay. Somebody said it's only funny if he broke. Unfortunately, because if you're dealing with a man with money, that's out, y'all. And trust me, I know all about it. That is out. You can't be out here entertaining nobody, because, and especially if he black, because they look at themselves as the prize because they have money. Okay. And the reason why I made this paragraph is because I want you guys to understand, men will not tell you this, but they do this. They will not tell you this, but they do this. They will mark you as fun and a pass around, or they will mark you as wifey and a save for later. Those they won't tell you, and sometimes they don't even know that they do it. They will mark you as fun and a pass around, or they will mark you as wife and a keep for later. And that's why I'm saying, like, sometimes when you're as a woman, it's best that you do things in silence, behind closed doors, because you have no control over this. You don't even know it's happening. If you had control over this, I'd be like, it's all right, sis. go have your fun out in the open and publicly. But what you don't understand is men will mark you something and you don't even know. Because, and how are they doing it? The same way we do it. They're using their discernment. So if you're using your discernment, and how to use your discernment, what are you going off of? Right? So you can only expect that from a man. This is why sometimes it's best for you to do things in silence, low key, and things like that. Even though y'all tried to blast me last week, or I don't know what day that was. I'm like, girl, dang, you blowing my cover. I'm like, I'm having fun. Dang. When you see me out with a man, think twice, okay? Is she having fun with him or is she taking him serious? Okay? This is why this got to go on Patreon. So you can't be out here moving out, all open. You got to be low key with it. You got to move in silence. And then also, what's my other point that I wanted to make? Oh, another thing, like another reason why you don't want to be all open with it is because, girl, you have secret admirers. You have men that want to get at you, right? And this is why you got to think long term. You have men that want to get at you, but they haven't got at you. And now this man that you just having fun with is cock blocking. You don't do that to yourself. See, Yanni got your back, sis. I got your back. Okay, I'm your wing girl. You don't be out here having fun all out in the open and stuff like that. That you got a secret admirer. You got a secret admirer, and you are allowing this man to cock block. Like, why? That's not living your best life. That's not. That is not. That is not. And that's why Jada Waiter, like when she kept hanging around Lil Baby and things, I'm like, girl, if you don't get away from this man is really cock blocking all of your secret admirers. That's why you got to move in silence. Okay. It's not, and this is the thing. Like sometimes we get so caught up in feminism and trying to one up men. We really don't think how we don't prioritize ourselves. Like we be more for a cause. We be more for a cause than for ourselves. Girl, drop the cause. This is about your life. This is about you winning. This ain't about no cause. This ain't about no feminist movement. Listen, that work will still be here when you get done. It's not. Like sometimes it's just best for us as women to move in silence because you're trying to go up a cause that's still gonna be that cause is gonna take a long time, and you're only here for a short time. So I'm gonna give you the game based off of how you win while you're here. Not, oh, I fought the good fight, girl, all the way to the last minute, but I never married. Or I fought the good fight all the way to the last minute, but my heart was broken over and over and over again. And no, I never wanted marriage. No, I never wanted kids, but my heart, girl, it was broken over. And I felt like I got used up the whole time trying to prove a point, trying to prove to the world that I can do what men can do. But you have no control over that. That's the thing. And like I said, they will mark you as something that you're not. It's always best for you to move in silence, and it's always best for you to be a woman of mystery. Not a woman that lives in secret, or not a woman that doesn't live in your truth. Because if a man was to come to me and say, hey, are you dealing with somebody else? I'm straight up and honest with them. I'm straightforward. I'm a woman with integrity. So if a man comes to me and asks me, I'm going to tell them straight up, like, listen, yeah, I'm dealing with somebody else. Yes, I am. So I don't hold things for men. I'm very, very honest. I don't try to manipulate them or anything like do any weird stuff like that. I'm very upfront. I'm very honest. I'm very, very honest. So it's just best though for you to move in silence and be mysterious, because if men label you a fun time, that's all they see you for, and they don't see you for nothing else. And if you want to ask somebody, ask Keisha Cole. Ask Keisha Cole. Because she has dated so many rappers in the industry. She was only married once. She's 40 years old. And y'all was just dragging her for having fun with Antonio Brown. And Carisha and Keisha Cole are in the same situation. The only thing is P. Diddy hasn't blasted her or disrespected her publicly. That's the only difference. But they're still in the same situation. And this is why I can't keep up with y'all, because y'all switch up on me. When it's a fave like Young Miami, which she's fun, she's popular, she makes fun music and everything like that, but she's in the same situation as Keisha Cole. They're like literally in the same situation. And so when I call it out, because I'm speaking on the same situation, I'm giving basically similar talking points. If you haven't seen my Keisha Cole video, it's on my Patreon. I'm giving the same or similar talking points, breaking down their love life, their dating history, the same way that I'm doing Young Miami. And they're literally in the same situation, but because you like her more than you like Keisha Cole, who gets dragged? Me. And I'm just like, girl, wait a minute. I got your back. I had Keisha Cole's back. I got Young Miami's back. And I got your back. But at the same time, because you favor her more, you think I'm coming at her sideways. And I'm not. I'm not. I've been in a situationship. That it's not fun, y'all. It hurts. Okay. I tell y'all, it's a heartbreak where you can't get no treatment. There's no cure. All you can do is work through those emotions and try to heal from it. And that takes time. I don't want you to have to go heal from something that I felt like I could give you game on. I just don't like that. I'm tired of going through heartbreaks. I hope y'all tired of going through heartbreaks because I know I am. So if I learned something from a personal situation that I went through, I'm gonna give you game on it just like that. So let me move on to something else though. So that's pretty much all that I have for this video for Young Miami. This is going on my Patreon. I'm going to move to another topic. I hope y'all ready. Y'all always telling somebody they glowing when they ain't dealing with nobody. She's like, Yanni, you're glowing. I'm single. Oh my gosh. I'm single and I'm not entertaining nobody. That's how every time I'm not entertaining nobody and I'm like single, I'm not really entertaining nobody for real. Well, I take that back. But it's light. Like it's like friendshipy, y'all. But like not emotionally involved with a man. Y'all always be like, you're so glowy. Thank you. Okay. So I'm moving on to another topic. Men really will drain you, y'all. That's why I'm bringing it up. They will drain the life out of you, the glow out of you. Okay. Do we really want to go back in time when women had no rights? Just wondering, since we are now all against feminism. Who said we were against feminism? You can be for feminism and your whole life is not dedicated to fighting a good fight, y'all. Hold on, let me fix my camera. I'm not against feminism, but it's like, when are you going to enjoy your life? I'm not against standing up for something, but when are you actually going to enjoy your life though? That's my question. And I feel like we should stand up for certain causes, but I don't feel like we should, like, women have already made that sacrifice. I don't feel like we should have to dedicate our whole lives to that when women have already made that sacrifice for us. And that is the privilege that we as modern day women have. It's like we trying to create a fight to fight for. Now, when it comes to certain issues, I 1000% agree with, like the Roe versus Wade situation, huge. Black femicide, huge, right? But like trying to fight the good fight when it comes to doing what men can do, when in reality, when you try to go do what they do as a woman, it doesn't benefit you. That don't make sense to me. What fight are you fighting? You're fighting yourself. And that's what men be saying. Like, you're fighting yourself. You're preventing yourself from actually getting the things that you want. Because at the end of the day, men are going to mark you without your knowledge. They're not going to tell you. Like, I was talking to a man the other day. He said, oh, you do YouTube? I went to your Instagram. I wanted to see if you had OnlyFans in your bio. And I said, well, what if you would have found OnlyFans in my bio? What would have happened? Because when I talk to men, I give them the space to be honest with me. I don't get defensive and I don't take things personal because I want them to be more honest with me. And so he was like, I probably would have just had fun with you and probably dipped on out because I don't want my girl to have an OnlyFans. That's what he told me straight up. And I said, oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know. You know, and to be honest, I'm dating intentionally. I would like to be in a committed relationship, so I don't have OnlyFans in my bio because actually I would want a commitment more than I would want OnlyFans. So it depends on your life, girl. I can't speak for you. I can't tell you what you should want or what you want out of life. I just know what I want. So I move a certain way according to what I want. But you also have to think, long term though, too. I'm not opposed to a woman getting in the bag and then deleting her OnlyFans. I'm not opposed to that at all. But you got to move in a way that is smart, that doesn't jeopardize your future, and that you can still like be proud of at the end of the day. It's all about there's no right or wrong way, but there is a right way when it comes to how you win and how you benefit. And it may not look similar to the next girl. Okay. Let me continue. Okay, so somebody sent me this video, and y'all, it's a lot. So we got a Dusty, okay, that is living with a woman. She's the breadwinner, and I feel like this is a lot of Black women right now dealing with this. A lot of women in general, I feel like, because modern day women, we live in a servicing economy right now, and so it seems like we have the jobs and the men don't. And we are the breadwinners and the men are not. If men would like to argue with me about that, they can. But sir, you as a man decided to create technology, and you didn't think how you were replacing yourself when it comes to a job. So men created technology, men created machines and all of this stuff. And so it's really replacing them in the work field. And so we see a lot of women that are the breadwinners of the house now. We see a lot of women that are the head of the house now. And when it comes to Black women, we've been the head of the house. So either our men were not in the home, they were out the home, or if they were in the home, they weren't the breadwinners. So, and I'm not saying that's the majority, but I'm saying like it wasn't that great then, but it's not getting better. It's actually getting worse because of technology, because machines are replacing men. So I'm going to get into this video. This man, I'm going to read his post here. I'm going to read it later.
Notice, right?
What's up?
So you mean to tell me you in this house and you fixed you something to eat, you ain't fixed me nothing to eat, you left these dishes in the sink, eating the food that I bought, and you ain't fixed me nothing to eat, and I gotta go to work?
Bro. Shit, girl.
I gotta go to work. You ain't got no job. You don't do shit around here, but you want to come here and up my shit. You want to don't even wash the dishes, and you eat, and you ain't fix me nothing to eat. You know what? I'm tired of this.
Bro, chill out, bro.
I'm so fucking tired of this.
Chill out, bro. You asleep, bro.
It does not matter. You could have woke me up and asked me did I want something to eat. You know I had to go to work.
Bro. Like,
you know what?
You doing
this
too much
is your
right now.
last fucking straw. This
What you mean my last straw? What you mean my last straw?
I am tired of your shit. I'm tired of it. You know what?
Bro, what the bro?
You ain't eating shit now. You ain't eating shit. I don't give a damn. I don't give a
Oh,
you should have fixed me something to eat. I don't care. You should have fixed me something to eat.
I could have still fixed you something to eat, bro. Like,
yeah, me first, then you.
Are you acting like a brat right now, bro?
Okay, you pick it up.
Now, y'all, I don't know who sent me this video. It must be real because, you know, they blurring out the face and everything. I'm like, oh, my God, what did y'all send me? And, you know, I'm nosy. So I'm like, girl, this is horrible. Somebody in the chat box said that women are the head of their household when it comes to a single family. A family that a man decided to create, a man decided to start with her, and somehow she ended up leading that home. That home that you're talking about? Is that the home that you're talking about? Huh? Is that the home that you're talking about? Is that the home that you're referring to? I just need you to give me clarity on that. They kill me with that. Black men love to use that as a rebuttal. Listen, it's outdated. It's outdated. And this is the thing. Black men are conditioned to think that because the man is not in the home, that's not a family. Just because you left or just because you're not there don't mean it's not a family, though. That's why it's called a single family. So regardless of if you were there or not, it's still a family that a woman is heading because a man left her to deal with the family. It happens every day. That's why there are widows in the world. Gosh, I don't know. And this is why y'all need to update y'all talking points. Y'all talking like it's the 80s or the 90s. Update them, please, fast, in a hurry. Oh my gosh. It's like these men will start a family and don't think that means something. That's the problem. You can't go start a family and then be like, oh, women are the breadwinners of the households that they lead in. Why do they lead in those households? Where are you at? Where the man at? Where he go? He just disappeared? He ain't at home? Well, can you go get him? I just want to talk to him. Oh my gosh. I can't deal with it. Okay. So let me get back to this video. I don't like how she handled this situation. I don't. But I also understand that she's had this built up frustration. And so she just lashed out, right? And sometimes when you lash out, you don't always handle situations correctly or appropriately. You don't. So I don't agree with how she handled this situation. Is he wrong? Dead wrong. He dead wrong. Okay. Ain't no way you not working, or if you are working, you're not the breadwinner of the house, right? So then that means the roles are reversed, and you know this girl's about to go to work. Why not make her something to eat? That's just being so inconsiderate. And see, this is the thing, ladies. When you leave the home, when you are the breadwinner, when you are bringing home the bacon, they don't appreciate it. Men don't appreciate it. You like they mama to them. They don't appreciate that. They don't. And the reason is because they really not in a position as a man to really fully appreciate that, because they're not leading their home. They're not leading their house. And so they don't really appreciate the fact that you are paying this, you're paying that, because they know that they should be doing that. And so they don't appreciate it the same way a woman would when a man is doing it, because the roles are reversed. I don't think it's staged. I no. The way that girl's emotions, you want me to play a video again? Because I can play it again. The way this girl was upset, it sounded like she was like, this was built up frustration, and she just lashed out. And so another thing that the reason why I also feel like she didn't handle the situation well is every time I see a woman come on here and they try to blast a man, they don't understand that when they do that, they blast themselves. So now a lot of people are looking at her like, well, sis, well, why are you dealing with a man that is not providing the way that you need? Why are you taking care of a man? That's why, like, when women come on here and they do their story times, or they tell all their business, they putting this man on blast on Facebook, or they putting some man that they dealing with on blast and stuff like that. Please understand that you're blasting yourself when you do that. And I'm never going to recommend that. This is why I don't believe in exposing people, because when you expose people, it comes with a cost. And by her doing that, she just blasted herself. She just told the whole world that she paying all the bills. This man is just laying up with her, eating up her food, probably driving her car, and he not really doing nothing for her. So she blasted herself in the process. But another thing that I want to point out, because this post somebody sent me, thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna have to read it later. Hold on. Okay. Because this is almost 2 hours. I gotta hurry up. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so this is a black man's page, y'all, and this is what he said. He said, I gotta post this because in 2022, is this where relationships is at when the sides switch? I'm assuming when the roles switch, but okay. When the woman is the breadwinner, my queens, my black sisters. When I read that, I was like, oh, this is really a red flag. Is this woman right or wrong? We're trying to see something here. P.S. I would hate my woman paying the bills. I'd rather jack off or a white woman before I let this happen. Yes, take your L's in silence, y'all, please. Okay, that last part. This is another thing. Men love to threaten us by being single. And to be honest, I laugh, because you're never going to scare me out of being by myself. I enjoy my own company. I love being alone. I do. I can hear myself think. I'm happy. I'm upbeat. Like I'm excited. I'm optimistic. And I'm just like manifesting great things. So it's like, you're never going to make me feel bad or you can't fear monger me into being alone. You just can't. Because I love my own company. I love hanging out with myself. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's so peaceful. Ain't nobody bothering you. You can work on your body. You look cute, girl. You're not gaining stress weight. Okay, you're not retaining stress like water weight. Okay, you just look good. You feel good. You know what I mean? A man ain't gonna ever make me feel bad about being by myself. I love my company. I love my own energy. I do. I'm in love with myself. So it's weird that men will try to use that type of tactic, like, well, oh, I'm gonna just go jack off in my hand. Okay, like, can you go and do that? Like, I hope it works out for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, okay. Then he's saying, I'm gonna go to a white girl. Have you left yet? You said you was leaving. You said you was gonna go over to Becky. Go to Becky with her salt and pepper seasoning self and leave me alone. Like, does that, like, they really think that bother you or something? Is that supposed to be a jab? Like, I'm just like, dang, Becky cooking for you. Dang, Becky is doing all the things that I don't want to do. Especially when you're not providing. Have you left yet? Are you gone yet? Like, I'm never gonna be like, oh my God, please don't leave. And that's what they want. That's what they want. Because you know what? For years, Black women have always felt some type of way when it comes to Black men dating white women. When I say I don't give a damn, I do not care. I don't. I'm just like, go ahead. I mean, and this man is not providing. He not doing what he's supposed to do. Now, did she handle the situation correctly? No. It should have never got to this point, and she should have never blasted him online. I don't agree with that. But it's like, he wasn't even doing what he was supposed to do. He over here cooking. He ain't even cooking for her. Y'all, that's crazy. But he gonna look past all of his shortcomings to blame the woman. So I don't know. Like, I'm just not here for it. I don't feel like she handled the situation correctly. I don't condone. Listen, if you spreading your legs, I have this rule with myself, and you take it if you want it, and if you don't want it, don't take it. I have this rule with myself. I don't spread my legs to men that I don't respect. If I can talk to you like that, these legs are closed. I shouldn't even be able to talk to you like that. I'm over here spreading my legs to a man that I can disrespect like that. That's crazy. I could never. This is why before I get disrespectful, I leave. I dip out. I ghost. I'm gone. I don't spread my legs to a man that I could ever disrespect like this. Ain't no way, y'all. Ain't no way. Because I'm like, dang, are you my bitch? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would look at you. I'm like, dang. So and if I see you like that, oh girl, I'm not attracted to that. I'm not attracted to that. So if I can, like, if I can have sex with you like that and talk to you like that, like, girl, that's too, yeah, it's too much. It's way too much. I like a man to be dominant, but see, he ain't even he's not in a dominant position. He's not in a dominant role. And so she can talk to him like that. And that's crazy. So when I say she blasted her when she went live and recorded all this, she blasted herself, y'all. It ain't good. It's not good. And I am not impressed by this, because I'm like, dang, I should not be able to talk to you like that. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Okay. So no, I'm not happy. Like, this looks bad on her a lot. It looks bad on him too, but it also looks bad on her. And that's why I don't agree with this type of stuff, because I'm just like, woo. But yeah, she shouldn't be. Listen, if I don't have respect for you as a man, there's no way that you get in between these legs. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. You're not getting in between these cheeks. You're not getting in between these legs. You're going to have to find somebody else, because it's just not happening. And that's why I don't jump into bed with men. That's another thing. Men try to come at me and they try to get me in bed and they think I'm going to be easy. I'm like, I don't even know if I respect you for real or not. I don't know you like that. I don't. But you see, this is another thing. Men will test you to see if they can take it there with you. They will. They're just trying to see where they can get in and where they can fit in. But the reality is, yeah, it's just not happening. Like, I don't know you like that. I tell men all the time, I don't know you like that. So it's just not happening. You can think I'm easy. You can stereotype me to be, but you're gonna find out just how difficult I really am. Can I ask you, what do you think is the percentage of good black men? Just curious. There's no such thing. Sorry. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the nice guy. I tell y'all that all the time. I don't believe in the nice guy. I just don't. And it's no type of hate towards black men. I just don't. Like, I don't believe in the good girl either. Like, I just don't believe in that. It's only a matter of time before she do something and she's not so good. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time before a man do something and he's the villain in some woman's story. So I just don't believe in the good guy. You know, I don't. It's a trick and it's a manipulation tactic that I've outgrown, and I would like for y'all to challenge me in a different way. Like, throw something new at me so I can bring some new content to my page. Like, honestly, so I can get the girls updated on, you know, what's really going on out here. But the nice guy, like, I'm over that. I'm not impressed by the nice guy. Not the guy with the glasses, not the guy that reads and he's intellectual and he does all of this research and he's educated and he has a college degree. He's a higher achiever in society. I'm not impressed by that. I'm sorry. You're going to have to come a little harder than that. I'm sorry. I fell for that before and it's just like, no, there's no such thing. And people in general, like, you're going to be the villain in somebody's story. And the only reason why black men want us to believe in, oh, he's a good black man, it's because black men have a negative stereotype. But the reality is, all of us, it doesn't matter what race you are, what gender you are, we are a villain in somebody's story. Somebody's. It is what it is. And that's what I'm saying. This creates too much room for gaslighting when you say, oh, the good black man. It creates way too much room for gaslighting. And so I don't fall for that. Like, it's delusional and it actually just does not make sense to me. Okay. So I don't believe in that. It don't have nothing to do with black culture or really has anything to do with black men. Like, a white man couldn't even come to me and be like, I'm the nice guy. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay. I don't care if you was 5 years old and you, oops, I said the N-word. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, so you the villain. And you know what I mean? You listen, use that on somebody else. Because that ain't gonna work on me. I don't believe in the nice guy. I believe in a gentleman, though. See, a gentleman is a man where he opens the door for you, right? He's actively doing things to make himself to be a gentleman. But a nice guy, girl, please. That's the difference. So, in order for you to be a gentleman, you actually have to show that you are one. For you to be a nice guy, that don't take no work. All you got to do is smile, be a little nerdy, wear glasses. I've fallen for that already. Like, that's why I said, like, I need y'all to challenge me more. Like, I'm bored. I'm like, dang. It's like I done been around the sun. Y'all know I'm a late bloomer, so I've been out here getting my experience, and it's just like I'm actually bored. Like, dang, this is it? Come on, throw me something else. So, no, I just don't believe in the nice guy. And y'all don't believe in the nice white boy either. Don't. Please don't. I don't believe in it. Yes. Yep. A gentleman. Thank you. A gentleman is actions. A nice guy is words, a facade, an image, a perception. But when that mask falls, sis, woo, you see a totally different person. So I think that's all I got. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's all I got. Okay, so this is going on my Patreon. If you caught it live, great. If you did not, I'm sorry, but this is going on Patreon. It will be under the black tier, or it will be under, oh, I love you too. I love y'all too. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. I will be putting it on Patreon. It will be under the black tier if you want to watch the full live stream. This part of the video will go on my YouTube channel though, because you know, I'm gonna start doing this where the ends of my lives are gonna go on my YouTube channel, and then some of it, depending on the video style, will go on my Patreon. So just make sure you have your post notifications on. Please give the video a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. And yeah, you guys, I think that's all I got. Let me make sure. Let me go over my notes here for a sec, because I like to give notes. Oh, I mean, the word on, I guess the way I want to end this is basically, let's not glamorize situationships. They're not glamorous. They hurt. I've never seen a situationship that really benefited women or ended up where a woman was in a relationship. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I've never seen it. Maybe you guys have. But also, if you don't learn nothing else from this live, first of all, bedroom eyes are dangerous. So don't be falling for that. When you out here having fun, you get in, you get out. It's just for a season. I don't care if it's for summer, cold, because it's winter, cuffing season. You get in, you get out, sis. You don't stay long when you having fun, because that's how you catch feelings. You shouldn't be having fun with a man for a year, okay? Because he's reaping the benefits of that relationship, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. Okay, that's how this works. To the young women out here, when you dealing with an older man, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. He's well seasoned. He's seen a lot in his time. So because of that, don't think you can fool him, or don't think you can one him up, because he's already like 5, maybe 10 steps ahead. So you need to be for yourself. If you're really out here having fun, don't get caught up. Okay. And if you are going through a situationship breakup, listen, we here, sis. We here. I'm not gonna tell you what I was doing, but if you follow me on Instagram, you saw what I was doing, and that's all I got. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's night. I should be back on here because there's a video that I want to react to, and this will be on my YouTube channel. Do I want to show y'all real quick? Let me go ahead and show y'all real quick, because it's good. Somebody or a few girls sent me this video. Let me show y'all real quick and see if y'all gonna be interested. But this will be public, so you won't have to worry about catching it live, or trying to at least. Oh, here it is. Here it is. You guys. Let me pull it up. The title of this video is called Lizzo Size Struggling Model Says Men Can't Afford Her. It's from the Coffee Pod. I've never heard of him. Oh, y'all wanted me to do the magic wand. Hold on. I'm going to do that right after this. Don't let me forget. Okay, let me blow this up. Please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so this is next up for tomorrow. Thank you for the super chat.
New to the city, transplant, don't even have a car yet, like still building up my life out here. Regardless, I expect my date to either pick me up or Uber me to the date. And my thing is, yes, I can do it myself, but you're asking me on a date, I expect to be taken care of. Pick me up or call me an Uber.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Shisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Delicious iced coffee. Listen, guys, brace yourselves. No more wasting time. Let's get into it.
If he wanted to, he would. Hear me out. I went on a date with a guy last week, and it was a good date. We had a fun time together. He's a big-time lawyer. He owns 3 to 4 cars. He's doing really well in life. You guys know I'm a model. I'm new to the city. Transplant. Don't even have a car yet. Like, still building up my life out here. Regardless, I expect my date to either pick me up or Uber me to the date. That is just my standard. The first date, he was a perfect gentleman. He picked me up and everything. He calls me today for a second date. He wants to go golfing. I said, great. What time are you picking me up? He's like, well, it's out of the way to pick you up. I just recommend you Uber to me and then we can go on our date. And then I wasn't sure if he meant me Uber myself or him Uber me. So I hung up and I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm excited for Saturday, but just to clarify, he calls me up and he's like, can you clarify your text message? And I said, I was wondering what you meant by the Uber. Were you going to call me an Uber, or did you want me to call an Uber for myself? And he said, I recommend you call an Uber for yourself. And I said, oh, well, you know, since this is a date, I prefer you to Uber me, or you can pick me up. And he's like, oh, well, I think you could just do it yourself. And my thing is, yes, I can do it myself, but you're asking me on a date. I expect to be taken care of. Pick me up or call me an Uber. The notion that it's too far or too out of the way for the date, it's an inconvenience for me because now I have to pay for part of this date. I have a problem with that. And when I think about it, you guys, like some women, my sister, for example, she won't even pay for an ice cream at the end of the date. And she's been dating her guy for a couple years now, but even the first few months of their dating, she refused to pay for anything. She didn't pay for anything. He was like, can't you just pay for an ice cream after dinner? And she's like, no. And guess what? She moves in with this man. They've been together for 3 years, about to get married. He picked that girl. He didn't pick the girl that was like trying to be nice and pay for her own Uber and pay for her own meal. No, he picked the girl that refused to pay for shit, refused to pay for anything for his ass, and he is in love. He's about to put a ring on it.
He's an idiot.
He pays all the bills. They live together. He pays for everything. And yet, when they first started dating, he tried to play her. He was like, oh, can you just pay for this? No, I'm not paying for anything. Take it or leave it. He took it. So if he wanted to, ladies, he would. Okay, keep your standards high. That's all I gotta say.
Wow. So guys, as always, before we get into my opinion and what I think about this topic,
I'm saving it for later. So make sure y'all come back tomorrow, y'all. I'm saving it for later. I'm gonna save it for later. I really want to go in right now. You know what? I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. Let me give you a little sneak peek because I gotta dissect everything he says, but I'll just comment on this. I'm not here for this. Cause listen, this is dangerous. I don't expect for a man to Uber, especially on the first date. I don't expect for him to Uber for me because it's actually dangerous. I don't expect him to pick me up. I don't expect for him to buy my Uber. I don't get in Ubers by men that I don't know that well. I don't. It's not safe. So I'm very big on that. So I'm a break it down. I'm break the whole video down because there's way more to it. Way more. But I just want to give you a little sneak peek. So let me go ahead and get into my review. Okay. Magic Wand Mini. Y'all, when I used this, I thought I was having a seizure. Hold on. That's the lowest setting. Y'all, the lowest setting. You could use this as a neck massager. So when I say I was having a seizure, I'm like, oh my God, girl. Oh my God. What kind of toy did I get? What kind of toy is this? Girl, it was, woo. Okay. So if you're in a situationship and you're trying to break the soul tie. Okay. Okay, so I'm reading the reviews. Okay. I'm reading the reviews. And there's a woman, she said the low setting. I said, girl, shut up. She's like, girl, the low setting. I said the low setting. I'm like, what you mean by the low setting? And I'm like, girl, you know, people, they leave reviews, and especially on Amazon, because you don't know if they're being paid for the review or not on Amazon now. And so she was like, the low setting. I'm like, low? Girl, you over-exaggerating. Girl, no, she wasn't. She was not over-exaggerating. When I got the toy, I said, girl, the low setting. I said, if this is the low setting, I don't want to know what the high setting is like. And so people use this wand for many different things. Like you can really use this as a neck massager, a back massager, and things like that. What I found to be interesting, okay, what I found to be interesting is that there are a lot of husbands out here that are buying this wand. And I said, You out here using this wand in the bedroom with a man? Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh no. This dangerous. This dangerous. This is dangerous by itself. This with a man is really dangerous. So I'm like, I'm reading all the reviews, men talking about, yeah, I use this toy in the bedroom. One man was like, this is my wingman in the bedroom. I said, yo, wingman? I said, oh my, I'm like, see, that's a man. You get brownie points for that. You get brownie points for that. You get brownie points when you like, this is my wingman. This your wingman. Yeah, you get brownie points for stuff like this. So I highly recommend this one. This is the mini one. It is chargeable and it will last a very long time. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It is a little louder than what I would like because it sounds like a barbershop. It sounds like a barbershop in my room, and I'm like, I'm a spiritual person, so I'm like, my ancestors, they watching me right now, and I'm loud as hell. And I don't know about y'all, but I hide my head under my covers. I hide under covers. So I'm like, oh my God, my grandmama probably watching me right now. She like, she at it again. She at it again. She's at it again, y'all. So I just be like, oh my God. Like yes, this is the mini one, y'all. This also, the price on this is about $80. It's about $80. It's about $80. I actually got this from my local sex shop, but you can order this on Amazon. It's on Amazon. I'm in the store. I'm reading the reviews, and I'm like, oh my God, this little wine right here. This little wine can do all of this. I'm like, let me go ahead and get this. And so I got it, and I'm like, I see what they're talking about. So it's about $80. The original one, that one will cost you about $130. I don't even want to know what that one like. I'm like, I feel like that one is for women that are divorced because there's levels to this. You need to graduate. Also in my Amazon store, let me go ahead and pull it up right now because to the women out here, you're a virgin and you should be touching yourself. But if you're not touching yourself, listen, I'm not against that. You should explore your body. And the reason why is because to me, that's what sexual liberation is when you as a woman can explore your body by yourself. You're not waiting on a man to do it. And also, if you are exploring your body, you're learning more about what you like and what you don't like. Like, I'm really big on that. If Yanni was to come out with something, I would actually come out with a sex toy. So I'm about to show you because this is too much for this is too much for a girl that has never experimented with her body. This is way too much. But if you are trying to experiment with your body and y'all cracking me up. If y'all trying to experiment with your body and you are trying to slowly introduce yourself, this is the toy that I recommend. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And I will be leaving a link down below. I'm going to show you the toy that I started with. Well, this wasn't the actual toy that I started with, but you'll get the point. Yeah, you need a smaller one. You need like a little mini bullet, nothing too big. So if you go to my Amazon store, you will see the mini. This is the mini right here. This one is for $75.95. And then this is the super one. This is $129.95. Listen, this is an investment, honey. This will last you a long time. These will last you a long time, and they come with warranty. If yours stops working for whatever reason, you just contact the company, and as long as you have your receipt, you can return it, and they will send you out a new one. But this is the one that I recommend for the girls that are trying to explore their bodies, okay? And you just want to know, like, what it would feel like to have an orgasm. Is it showing? So I would start with this one. This is the mini one. You just need the mini one, just like this. This little small one right here. You don't need nothing bigger than that. This one is also rechargeable. This one is under $20. So they have 10% off right now. And yeah, I highly recommend this one for starters if you're starting off. Okay. So Again, let me go back. Okay, this is for my divorcees. This is or soul ties, or you out here dealing with a lover boy. I'm gonna recommend this baby right here for you, honey. And yes, it's a little more expensive, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And then if you know, maybe you're just trying to get over a little. And listen, you can't replace no man with these toys. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That's crazy. I'm never gonna feed you that lie. Some women they're gonna try to convince you that you can. If you are a heterosexual woman and you truly are heterosexual, there's no replacing no man with this. This is for emergencies, okay? This is for an emergency. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Because this is going on Patreon, I'm gonna just let y'all know. One thing that I do, if I know that I'm ovulating and I know that I have the urge and I'm about to go see a man, I'm about to go on a date with a man or something like that, I will masturbate before my date. I do it all the time. So I'm not tempted because I know me. So if that's what you got to do, I have a very high sex drive, y'all. Like my sex drive is high. And it just seems like it gets higher and higher every year. Like it's high and it's ridiculous. And when that time comes when you are ovulating, it's like, oh my, it's like on steroids. It's like what is going on? What is wrong with my body? So girl, she spent 300 is wait a minute, because I need the 365 rows. Did you spend 365 or is that the name of the rows? Oh no, she spent $39. She spent $39. And she said, okay, I'm about to get the rose next and see what that's like. But I'm telling you, this one, seizure. Yeah. Seizure. If you don't like this, I'm going to be shocked. Girl, you different. You a different breed. I don't know what type of breed, but you a different breed. If you don't like this, oh my God, I will be shocked. I will really be shocked. If you're not that sensitive down there, then I would go for the bigger wand. But if you are sensitive, I feel like the mini wand will do well. But only you know that, girl. You don't have to explain yourself in the comments section. You don't have to tell your business. It ain't my business. And then I really think that's it. So I will leave a link in my description box if you will be interested. And yeah, and I bought this with my own money, y'all. Okay, this is not sponsored. I bought this with my own. I bought this with my own money. I literally went to the sex store and I'm like, listen, I need me a new toy because the ones I got, they just not hitting. They're not hitting. So I had to go get a new one. So on that note, you guys, yeah, don't do toys if you're super sensitive. And only you know that. You got to be careful. On that note, you lucky too. If you're super sensitive, I'm jealous. On that note, you guys enjoy the rest of y'all's night. And this will go on my Patreon. I will see you guys tomorrow for the plus size model girl situation. And yeah, y'all have a nice night.